What if you could give every single new person on your frontline the perfect onboarding experience every single time? Well, today we're going to dive into Pulsyon, a smart platform that's basically a training co-pilot built specifically for the super fast-paced world of food and consumer goods.
If you're in HR or L&D, this question probably hits close to home, right? You know the feeling. Getting new folks up to speed on the production floor, in the warehouse, or out in the field, it can feel like a constant uphill battle you can never quite win.
So let's get into it, the Frontline Training Challenge. We're going to break down the daily hurdles that can turn a simple induction into a real headache for your teams. I mean, you're dealing with a perfect storm, really. You've got high staff turnover, so the training never stops. Shift rotations are all over the place, making group sessions a total nightmare to schedule. Then you throw in a ton of different languages, the absolute need for consistent compliance, and, oh yeah, the pressure to get everyone productive like yesterday. It's a lot.
But what if the answer to all that complexity was actually pretty simple? That's really the core promise here. Pulsyon is designed to just cut right through that chaos and solve that exact problem.
So let's properly meet Pulsyon. The best way to think of it is as your intelligent co-pilot. It uses smart automation to completely transform your onboarding process, taking it from something that's a source of stress to a system that's streamlined and, actually works.
So in a nutshell, what does it do? Well, Pulsyon makes a pretty big promise. It guarantees that every single person who joins your team gets the exact same high-quality training. They get it in their own language, on whatever device they're comfortable with, and they never have to step into a classroom.
Okay, so how does it work? Honestly, this is the really clever part. You don't have to go create a bunch of new training materials or learn some complicated new software. You literally just upload the stuff you already have. So you take your existing PowerPoints, your PDFs, your standard operating procedures, you name it, and Pulsyon automatically narrates them in multiple languages, like Arabic, Hindi, and English. And the result? Your new hires can just listen and learn right away, which gets them productive way faster and with a lot less handholding from your trainers. And it's not just about turning documents into audio. It's about smart scaling. You can map out specific training for different roles. One path for employees, another for contractors, even a short one for visitors. And you can scale that training from 10 new people to 10,000 new people, all without adding to your training team's workload. This just massively reduces that repetitive burden, freeing them up from much more important work. But here's the big question, right? How do you actually know they're learning anything? That's where the smart assessment features kick in. It's all about ensuring they really get it and that the training is consistent every single time. After each little topic, a new hire takes a quick mini assessment. This sounds simple, but it has a huge impact. It guarantees that the training quality is identical and your brand and safety messages are consistent, whether it's the day shift in Dubai or the night shift in Toronto. Everyone gets the same gold standard. So here's what that automated cycle looks like for a new joiner. First, they complete a topic. Second, they have to pass that mini assessment. They do that for all the topics, then move on to a final adaptive test. And here's the kicker. If they fail, the system automatically kicks off retraining. It's a smart, closed loop that makes sure they actually master the material. And that adaptive test thing, that's a real game changer. If someone fails, they don't have to go back and do the entire course all over again. No way. The system is smart. It makes them focus only on the specific topics they didn't pass. This makes retraining super efficient and really helps make sure that language is no longer a barrier to actually understanding the material. So we've seen how it all works, but let's get down to brass tacks. What's the real payoff? What are the tangible benefits for your team and your company? What's in it for you? Well, with Pulsyon, pretty much everybody wins. Your new hires, they get up to speed way faster. Your trainers, they're finally freed from doing those same repetitive inductions over and over. Your HR team gets that consistency they crave, plus rock-solid audit-ready records. And get this, your managers get a daily 5 p.m. summary email, so they're always in the loop without even needing to log into anything. For anyone who's ever had to pull records for an audit, this quote says it all. Audit-ready records for every candidate, every attempt, every topic. That's total visibility and accountability, right there when you need it. All right, let's talk about the practical side of things. How hard is this to actually adopt and roll out? Well, Pulsyon was designed from the ground up to be effortless, scalable, and completely compliant from day one. What's your IT setup cost? 0. What's your infrastructure cost? 0. Pulsyon is built for zero overhead, which means you can get started right away without some massive, complicated IT project.
And for your new hires, the whole experience is totally frictionless. It just runs in any web browser, on a computer or a phone. There's no app to download, no app to install. That right there removes a huge barrier for your frontline teams. It just works. And for your legal and IT security folks, Pulsyon gives them total peace of mind. It's built for global standards. It's GDPR and UAE PDPL compliant. It captures consent right at the start, and all the data is encrypted. Basically, it's ready to go across major international markets. So we'll leave you with this thought. In a world with high turnover and constant change, onboarding isn't just another task on the checklist. It's a critical, strategic function. So the real question you have to ask is, how are you going to effectively and consistently scale your company's knowledge? Pulsyon might just be the answer you're looking for.